curl my hair with me. Ooh, is this the first hair video? No. Well, it depends on which one I put up first. I did go darker. I went a little bit dark with my hair and I'm loving it. But I'm gonna curl my hair today with the 1-inch Bioionic long barrel curling iron. I love, love, love Bioionic curling irons, specifically the long barrel. It makes curling your hair a little bit faster and easier because it's longer, you get more hair on it, you get less kinks in your hair from it. It's just easier. I find it's just easier to use. Most days, like if I'm just curling my hair for the day, I usually use the 1 1/4 inch, but today I wanted to use the 1-inch because I want my curls to just last longer. So the smaller the curls, the longer they're gonna last because they fall and settle. So that's what I'm starting with today. I did already put heat protectant in my hair. I already sprayed that all throughout before I started this video. I like to do my hair I like to split it into 2 sections. So I start from my ear and then just kind of go at a diagonal back. And split that down the middle. If your hair has a hard time holding a curl, the smaller curling iron will help it to hold better, and also using smaller sections of hair will help it hold better. And then one thing I love doing is spraying my hair with hairspray before I curl it. That also helps it to hold really well. Okay, the way that you hold your curling iron when you're curling your hair makes a big difference in how the curls turn out. If you hold your curling iron vertically like this, it'll give them more of like a longer wave or like a beachier curl. You can still get more of a ringlet vibe this way, but it just elongates the curl. Whereas if you hold your curling iron like this, horizontally, it'll give you more of a bouncy, voluminous curl. And then obviously the size of the curling iron is gonna make a difference as far as diameter goes, but just keep that in mind when you're curling your hair. I usually end up with mine on like a 45-degree angle like this, so I kind of get in between. Curling your hair can be so fun because there's a lot of different outcomes that you can get just by making a few small tweaks with the exact same curling iron. If you look at some of my older videos when I had short hair, I always tried to keep the curl as long as possible. I didn't want it like scrunched up and ringlety. You can look back on some of those older videos if you want to know how to do like the lengthened curl where you kind of like unravel it and pull it and it's more of a wave. But today I am going for more of a bouncy, more ringlet curl. So I smooth over it a couple times and then start in the center of the hair, work my way up, and then I also will unclamp and like loosen it. And by starting in the center, that's going to help your curl hold longer as well. And then I just unclamp and pull it out. That's what the curl looks like. You can even lift it and kind of hold it for a couple seconds to let it cool in this tighter position. So smooth, go in the middle and twist up and then unclamp and recurl. I always leave a little bit out at the end. Okay, once the curls cool off, I don't touch them, I don't brush through them, I let them fully cool, and then I'm gonna spray again with some hairspray, just lightly, not a ton. Now the top section. I always do my bang section first. That way, by the time I'm done with the rest of the side, I can kind of brush it out and see and like make sure it's curled how I like it to be. I also do these bang sections smaller based on the layer. So I do the shortest layer together, and then I do this next layer section together. And they're obviously really small pieces, but it all just kind of flows. Good. Real quick before I brush these out, they look a little crazy. But real quick before I brush these out, two kind of general rules of thumbs. What is it? Anyway, the smaller the curling iron, the smaller the sections you have to take. If you try to do too large of a section on a smaller curling iron, it'll crease, look weird. There'll just be like some funky curls throughout. And so with a smaller curling iron, it does take a little bit longer because you have to do smaller sections. However, it will last longer and you end up using less heat on your hair. So I do think it's a trade-off that I'm willing to make. Also, turn the heat down. The lower the heat, the less likely you are to have kinks and creases in your hair. Again, it's gonna make you have to maybe hold the hair on the curling iron a little bit longer, but it'll be a lot better. Your curls will turn out better. All right, let's brush these out. Oh, look at that. That is so much better. There's just nothing more satisfying than brushing out your curls. Okay, see, that's a little too curly. So I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out a little bit. And there you go. So that's how I curl my hair with the smaller curling iron. Oh my gosh. Most days when I'm asked about my hair and how I curled it, it's usually on day like 2 or 3 of these curls. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful. I will link everything that I use in the description box and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.